Hello, dear students. Hope you all are doing very well. So, today's topic is conjunction. Now, what is conjunction? I hope you all are aware about it. Now, today I'll tell you about different types of conjunctions with some examples, and I hope you will enjoy watching it. Now, what is conjunction? As you can see the definition here, like a conjunction is a word that is used to connect words, phrases, sentences, and clauses. So, conjunctions are also known as joining words. Why joining words? Because they are helpful in joining two or more words, phrases, sentences, and clauses. Now, let's talk about the different types of examples. Now, it can be and, it can be or, it can be but, because, for, if, when, etc. So, these are just few examples which are used to join words, phrases, sentences, and clauses. Now, I will talk about the different types of conjunctions in the next slide. So let's talk about the types of conjunctions. So I have mainly collected here four types of conjunctions. So first is your coordinating conjunctions, for example, or, and, but, etc. Now, second is your correlative conjunctions, which are usually in pair like and or, not only but also. Then we have subordinating conjunctions like since, because, when, etc. And last but not the least, we have conjunctive adverbs. Now, you must be amazed to know that here we have the term adverbs, but it doesn't mean that this comes or this is actually a part of adverb. But why it is a conjunction? Because conjunctive adverbs are also used to join two or more sentences, like you can see the example however and therefore etc. These are the two conjunctive adverbs. Now let's talk about each type of conjunctions one by one in detail. Now let's talk about the different types of conjunctions. You will see coordinating conjunction. Now, what is a coordinating conjunction? As the definition itself says, it coordinates, or this kind of conjunction is a conjunction that connects words, phrases, and clauses that are coordinate or equal to each other. So, whenever we have some equal words or equal phrases or clauses, then we use these kind of coordinating conjunctions like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So there are 7 coordinating conjunctions, and to remember these 7 coordinating conjunctions, there is a very well-known word, fanboys. So if you want to learn this conjunction, you can just know or learn the term fanboys. So F stands for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, S stands for so. And you can see the corresponding examples for each and every conjunction here. Like for F, you can see the lady called for security. So for is used as a conjunction, which is basically joining two sentences, or you can say here security is a word and the lady called is another group of words. So for is joining these two phrases or words. Now, and like Lara can both eat and speak. Now you can see that and is used to join two equal phrase or words like eat and speak. Both are verbs. So, and is used to join these two equal words like equal verbs. So, for example, we have many other, you can go through it. Now let's talk about the next conjunction, which is correlative conjunction. Now what is correlative conjunction? correlative conjunction work in pairs to join words, phrases, or clauses. So the correlative conjunctions are like either and or. So as I said, they work in pairs. So in each and every example sentences, you have to use these two words in pairs, either and or. We will discuss more examples on these conjunctions. Second pair is your neither and nor, both and. Then we have not only but also. These are also used as pairs. Whether and or. So let's talk about an example. For example, so I'm using this pair not only and but also. So my uncle is not only a doctor but also a pharmacist. So whenever you want to say that मेरे uncle सिर्फ डॉक्टर ही नहीं है but एक pharmacist भी है, then we can use not only but also as a pair. So whenever we are using conjunctions in pairs like these kind of which I have mentioned here, then they are correlative conjunction. So you can also go through the example I have mentioned here in the image. So I hope you will get to know in a better way. So let's talk about the next type of conjunction, which is subordinating conjunction. So what is a subordinating conjunction? A subordinating conjunction is a word or phrase that links a subordinate clause, which is also known as dependent clause, to an independent clause. Now, you might be surprised too, or you might be, worried about what is a subordinating clause or what is a dependent or independent clause. So let's take an example and you will get to know in a better way. So these are some examples here or some subordinating conjunction words that you can make yourself aware about it. For example, my dogs bark whenever they see cats. Now you can see there are a group of words or phrases which are dependent on the other independent clause. So here the independent clause is they see cats and the dependent clause is my dogs bark. So when your dogs bark whenever they see cats. So that's why whenever is joining or is known as a subordinating clause which is joining these two group of phrases or words, or we can say which is joining an independent clause my dogs bark with an independent clause they see cats. So let's talk about another example. I trust him because he is a trustworthy person. So he is a trustworthy person is an independent clause because this sentence or these are the group of words or sentence which is not depending on any other clause. But I trust him is depending on this. Like when you trust him or you can only trust him if he is a trustworthy person. So that's why I trust him is a dependent clause or we can say subordinating subordinate clause. So we are using because as a subordinating conjunction to join a dependent clause with an independent clause. Let's take another example. My life will be blessed if I fulfill his dreams. So I fulfill his dreams is an independent clause which is not depending on any other sentence. But yes, my life will be blessed. So when your life will be blessed, only if you fulfill your dreams, right? Or if you fulfill somebody else's dream. So that's why if is a subordinating conjunction which is joining an independent clause like I fulfill his dream to a dependent clause like my life will be blessed. Got. So I hope you get this subordinating conjunction. Let's talk about the last group of conjunction here like conjunctive adverbs. Now, what is a conjunctive adverb? A conjunctive adverb connects two independent clauses. So in the previous slide, I talked about subordinating clause where we had one independent clause and one dependent clause. But a conjunctive adverbs are those which connects two independent clauses. So no matter whatever phrases or words we have, none of the phrases or the words or the sentences will be depending on each other. So if they won't be depending, then we can say them as independent clauses. Let's talk about this example. Here are some example or some words that can be treated as conjunctive adverbs. So you can just go through it. You will get to know in a better way. So let me explain you this example. The storm caused a great amount of damage. However, it brought in some much needed rain. So now you can see there are two sentences. One is the storm caused a great amount of damage, and the other is it brought in some much needed rain. So these are two different sentences and they are not dependent on each other. So we can say they are independent clauses. So I am using however to join these two independent clauses. So I hope you get it now. Let's talk about one more example. You should act accordingly when visiting a new company for the first time. So here you can see you should act is a group of word or phrases. Now the other is when visiting a company or a new company for the first time. So this is again a group of words, or you can say a sentence which is not depending or which is an independent sentence. So you should act and when visiting a new company for the first time, they are independent clauses. So we are using accordingly as conjunctive adverb to join these two sentences. Now let's talk about one more example and I'm sure you will get it in a better way. He was the only candidate, therefore he was elected. So what do you see? He was elected as one sentence and he was the only candidate is another sentence. And do you think they are dependent on each other? No. So they are called independent clauses. So we are using therefore as a conjunctive adverb to join these two different sentences which are not dependent or which are independent clauses. So I hope kids you are very much aware about all these conjunctions. But if you have any doubt, you can just message me or drop me a comment. So I'm sure you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.